the array. We filled it up with words. Now let's get to the logic part. Let's now reverse it. Again, this is not asking us to return anything. So what we are doing in the reverse word method is just reversing the word and putting it back into the array. So for this I'll try to explain myself the best I can. So what you're going to do is you're going to loop through the array. So you're going to start at 0, and then you're going to go all the way to the end of the array. Random words dot length. So there, that gets through, and we're going to go up by 1, so k plus plus. And what we'll do after that, now when we're at the first word, when k is 0, that's the first word, we want to loop through the words backwards, through the letters, not the words, the letters in the first word backwards. So what we do here is we make another variable, another for loop, so int j, but what we want to do is start at the last letter of the first word. So you do random words, bracket k. So remember, k is 0 right now. So that's the first word. And then we want to figure out how long is the word. Now remember length. Length with a string tells you how many letters there are. But we don't want to go to the amount of letters. So cat has 3 letters, but the T is in spot 2. So we want to figure out the length of the word, but go 1 less than that. So there's the -1. And then we want to say, well, j is greater than or equal to 0. We want j to go down. So those are the letters in the word backwards. We start at the top letter, which is this part right here, random words k dot length -1, and we keep going until you get to 0, which is 0 is the first letter, and you keep going down. And then what we do is we're going to reverse it. I forgot to make a variable right here. I need a variable that's going to store these words for us. So right here inside these 2 for loops, I'll close that for a second. I'm going to say string word, and this is where I'm going to build the word back up. I'm going to reverse the letters and build this variable back up. So there's the variable, and inside of here what I'll do is I'll say word equals word plus, so we're concatenating this, random words bracket k dot char at j. So what that does is, remember, this for loop here says go to the end of the word. So that tells you where the last letter is. Now char at says go get that letter of the given word that's inside the array and add it to this word, and then stick it back inside the array when you're done. So what you do is you do random words k equals word. And that reversed the letters and stuck it back inside the array. Take your time with that, try to think through that, but that's how you reverse the letters. So I need to put that method in. So back to the main method. Again, a void method, so it doesn't return anything. You just say reverse word, parentheses. That calls that method. That one job that was supposed to be done down here. Now the last method is not a void method. The instruction said, hey, let's put it together an entire string and return that string to the main method. So what that means is, okay, we're going to put it together in a string. It's going to be public static, but not void. It says in the instructions, return one string. Return it to an entire string. So you put string in here instead of void. You're going to put the method name to get together. And then we're just going to loop through and create a string. So let's start off with a string called total. There's nothing in it. Now let's loop through the array where we just put all the reversed words in there. So int j equals 0, j less than random words dot length, j plus plus. So that's going to loop through the array again. And what we're going to do is we're going to say total equals total. So whatever is in there, which right now is nothing, add the next word inside of there from the array. And then let's space it out a little, put a space there. And it's going to loop through, and every time it's going to keep adding it to total. Now, in the method heading up here, it says public static string. That means the last line in this method has to say return, and you have to return a string. And in this case, we'll return total. So it sends it back to wherever we call this method. And we're going to call this method in the main method. So right here, after line 20, after reverse method, we're going to make a string, and this is going to catch the answer. So let's call it answer equals put together. When it puts together that string of the words reversed, it sends it back to line 21, puts it as answer, and then we print that out. We could print that string out, and we'll just say the reversed words are, and then we'll just put answer. And that will be the string that we just returned above. So barring any mistakes, this should work. So if I run this, how many words would I like to enter? Let's enter in 4. So quick words, fight, club, yesterday, and hello. So there's the 4 words, and if this works correctly, it's going to reverse the letters of each one of those words, stick it back in the array, and then print it out. The reversed words are, and there's fight backwards, there's club backwards, yesterday backwards, and hello. I hope this helped you guys.